and Liam Cooks at Siri. And this is the NFL update. So our first topic today is running back Joe Mixon and edge rusher Will Anderson of the Texans have been fined two 25 fines. $25,000 fines handed to them by the NFL for criticizing officials. Former Bengals receiver has posted on social media, why play the game if every 50-50 call goes with the Chiefs? These officials are trash and biased. What do you think about his comment?
I think that we were all thinking it, and it's completely true. The refs are biased, and they screw your favorite team. Their catchphrase should be, we're going to screw your favorite teams, we're going to pop your biggest dreams, and the second they make it to the Super Bowl, everything's just going to go south for them. Even if they've had one of the best seasons ever. Even beating the Dolphins 16-0. With every single win on theirs, everything just won. Now, anyways, so I think that they're completely right, and I think this fine is stupid. It's like, what the hell are you doing? Fining a team $25,000 for criticizing officials, even though people do it every single game.
All right, I'm gonna stop you there. Liam, what do you have to say?
So, as a 49er fan, it is kind of annoying, but that they beat us twice, and they beat like the Eagles, but you saw this year's Super Bowl, they did get blown out. The last couple of Super Bowls, like, I guess the Eagles, the holding play was fair, and then the Niners, whenever you go to a Super Bowl with the Chiefs, they always make the team, like, he just always makes a comeback, and it's just kind of annoying to see that, like, you've seen it, like the Niners made a comeback to make it to the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Any other team can do it. That's just called football.
Okay.
I think they really just had a good year this year, and
They were very, very lucky.
yeah, they were pretty lucky on some games. I'm gonna say that. Honestly, I gotta say, Carolina had a better season for how bad they are.
Okay, so Mixon told reporters after the loss to the Chiefs in the playoffs, everyone knows how it is playing up here. You can never leave it into the refs' hands. The whole world sees, man, what it is, bro. But it is what it is. What do you think about that?
Well, I think he's right about the whole world seeing it, because the whole world could already see it on live TV. But now with the expansion of international games, it's going to be a lot harder for refs. Also, everyone hates refs. Any sport, anywhere. Refs, anything. Whatever you call them, we hate them. Because what they do is they completely screw it up. And like Liam was saying, it is kind of liberating to see the Chiefs lose a Super Bowl finally. I mean, it's complete garbage. And if I can say, they're probably bribing the refs.
All right, do you have anything to add to that?
I don't think they're bribing the refs, but there's like a lot of things that the refs, like, I gotta agree with him. Any sport, you're gonna hate a ref. No matter what, you're always, the worst part is probably when you're gonna be, let's say, most Chiefs fans, they see that, like, that shouldn't have been a flag, but they still get it. Now, the worst part is you win a Super Bowl off that. You knew there shouldn't have been holding, but that's how.
All right, so our next topic today is the quarterback Andy Dalton, a 37-year-old veteran, just re-signed with the Panthers for a 2-year contract worth $8 million, with $6 million of it guaranteed and a maximum value of $10 million. What do you think about this contract, Sam?
I think it's complete crap. I mean, he's barely getting paid anything. A kicker sometimes gets paid more than him, a senior kicker. But I mean, also, he's old. He's a veteran, and he probably should retire. because he's completely screwing everything up. He's been on teams 1 year. Bengals, Bears, Saints, all of them, 1 year. And he can't stick with the team. So if he can't stick with this team, it's done. But also, he's old. He should just quit while he's ahead. And also, 8 million or 6 million or whatever, 10 million at the max, he's just losing money. He should have just retired. He may make a tiny bit more money, but it's not much. I mean, a rookie pair gets that.
What do you have to say about that?
Yeah, I got to admit, he's been on a lot of teams. He's getting old. It's just, he should retire while he's at it, but if he doesn't stay with this team, I don't think any other team's going to want an old player like him, because he is slowing down, doesn't really have the flexibility compared to most quarterbacks. Like, you see what...
Well, like, in the new NFL, it's all about how quarterbacks run.
Yeah.
It's really, like, now O-linemen, like, you see what happened in the Eagles and Chiefs game. Like, the O-line, that's what really matters. If your O-line isn't good, you basically just have to beg that your QB is like Lamar Jackson.
All right, so we are going to wrap this up with saying that Andy Dalton has, over his career, has only had a 62.6 completion percentage. On to our next story. Jaguars' Trevor Lawrence shoots down Steelers trade rumor not going to Pittsburgh. So Jacksonville Jaguars quarterback Trevor Lawrence shot down a trade rumor that made the rounds last week about Pittsburgh Steelers looking to deal for him. Lawrence made it clear on Monday's Up and Adams show that he has no interest in leaving Jacksonville. He said, "I didn't really see anything. My agent texted me, and then, of course, I saw it after he texted and said, this is a report that is out there. I don't think there is anything to it, but I'll check into it," Lawrence said. "It's funny when he sent it to me. I wouldn't say your heart drops, but you're like, what? Like what?" So he also said, "I have a no trade clause in my contract. So I would know about it if I was getting traded or if that was something that was going to happen. I would have to be on board with it, which I'm not. And I'm happy here at Jacksonville. We want to win a Super Bowl here, and I think we can do that. I don't want to leave Jacksonville, so I'm happy here, not going to Pittsburgh." What do you think about that?
I think that, like I said, Jacksonville wasn't very good this year. And he's not going. Pittsburgh isn't that stupid. But also, I don't see what potential they have in him. And I don't think he'll win a Super Bowl, at least not in Jacksonville. So first of all, if Pittsburgh was offering him more money, I think he should go. But no, not right now. I think Pittsburgh's just looking for an easy way out of the mess they've started because they're completely screwed. And so that's literally all I have to say.
So they lost George Pickens. So
Pickens is still with them. We are awaiting an update on that.
So we don't know yet, but he might get traded. So we don't know. But if he does, I kind of understand why he doesn't want to go there. He still has like TJ Watt. He still has other good players on that team. Defense, very good.
Yeah.
And like amazing, but he's a QB. He doesn't play defense. So if he doesn't have any wide receivers, any good wide receivers to pass to, he still has some good ones, but if he doesn't have a star one, it's going to be hard for him to have a good year.
Okay, so I want to say something about the Steelers defense. They are the most underrated defense in the NFL.
Probably.
Like, even though Watt didn't make the Pro Bowl, Minka Fitzpatrick and Cam Hayward did. Those are some defensive superstars. So yeah. So last June, Trevor Lawrence got a 5-year extension, and in 4 seasons with the Jaguars, he has thrown for 13,815 passing yards, 69 touchdowns, 46 interceptions, and was a Pro Bowler in 2022. He missed 7 games last season, though. So, do you have anything else on this trade rumor?
I think it's garbage.
Yeah,
It's pure garbage.
I think it's fake.
Yeah. I mean, also, no team is going to take a failing team's quarterback. Even if the quarterback has potential and is good, they're not going to take him. So I just think the Florida teams are all screwed. Tampa Bay's probably the best, and yeah.
All right, on to our next story, 4 out of 5. So, the NFL Network's top draft analyst predicts Michigan tight end to Broncos in latest mock draft. So, NFL draft analyst Daniel Jeremiah from NFL Network has released his second mock draft on Tuesday ahead of the 2025 NFL draft in April, and decided to appease Broncos head coach Sean Payton's request for a joker by drafting Michigan tight end Colston Loveland at number 20 overall in the first round. Loveland, listed at 6'5", 245 pounds, matches the full package when it comes to tight ends, able to play in any formation and will be a constant threat, whether through the air or blocking. He also shown the ability to line up and be an explosive outside in the slot as a receiver. Colston is drawing early comparison to Lions tight end Sam Laporta from Iowa. So, do you think this is reasonable?
Yes, because as we saw, the Broncos were really good this season. And the Broncos, they have potential. If they get a good tight end and a few other good players, they have a shot at the Super Bowl. And that's really all I have to say. But also, I think this is going to be a good draft this year for some of the best teams that in the playoffs, because now they know what their potential is. Because now they don't have to worry about Kansas City slaughtering them all, because now Kansas City got slaughtered.
Okay. And Liam, do you think this is realistic?
Yeah, Denver compared to last year did terrible. This year go 10-7, amazing, and they're in the Chiefs division. And you've seen like the past couple of years, you've seen what happened to like the teams that lose the Super Bowl. I mean, they have a terrible year the next year. Like you see the Eagles, they might have did good in the beginning, but then they sold at the end and they lost to the Buccaneers in the first round. So the Niners, they had an amazing year. They won 4 games in a row. Lots of the Chiefs had a terrible season this year. So honestly, I think if they get if they get enough good players, I think they could top their division. And
All right.
possibly.
And a young quarterback like Bo Nix would need that blocking protection.
Yeah.
On to our final story. The Vikings are predicted to let Sam Darnold walk and add a $37.5 million quarterback instead, and let J.J. McCarthy sit for 1 more year. So, after exceeding expectations with a 14-3 record, contending for the NFC's top seed, and securing a playoff berth, the Minnesota Vikings face a crucial offseason. One analyst suggested the Vikings plan to let Sam Darnold walk, add a veteran quarterback, and keep J.J. McCarthy on the bench for another year. They caught the entire league off guard, being projected to finish last in their division. Now they are the biggest decision looming for the organization is what to do at quarterback. Are the Vikings prepared to open their checkbook for Sam Darnold, or will they part ways with him after just 1 season? Alternatively, will they sign a veteran quarterback to help mentor J.J. McCarthy, or let the young rising sophomore showcase what he's capable of? So, What do you think? Should Sam Darnold stay or go?
I say Sam Darnold should stay. He has potential, and he needs JJ McCarthy needs a mentor, but Sam Darnold's young, whatever. Just keep it on there. Sam Darnold may be young, but he can still be a mentor. And I say they keep Sam Darnold so they can train all of their young new players into being critical, because they lost to the Rams in the playoffs. I was at the game, and it was devastating. But I think this offseason, like Jacob said, will be crucial, and they can easily make a comeback.
Okay, Liam, do you think he will stay or go?
I think he should stay. He's a young quarterback. He still has a lot of more years in the NFL. I think you've seen what happened in that game. Sacks, especially in the regular season, and sack in the end zone. That was probably crucial, because when they lost that game, that made it that the Lions were the best in their division, so that was crucial, and they just can't lose those games that they should be winning. Like, I feel like a good O-line, maybe just like 2 better O-line in there, and I think she has amazing potential.
Okay, so what I think is they will keep Sam Darnold, or they could bring in Aaron Rodgers. But I think they are going to start McCaffrey, and I think Aaron Rodgers is going to retire, and I think the Vikings are going to pick up Aaron Rodgers as a quarterback coach. Okay, thank you for listening in to the NFL Update. I'm your host, Jacob Levine, and these are the critics, Sam and Liam. Thank you.